Today's podcast is brought to you, as always, by Our City Coffee.
Coffee? That cares.
Olivia Daisy. Look at this. Special guest, m'lady, Olivia Daisy Hires. Now, I meant to be recording this before she got back, but I didn't. So I said, hey, do you want to grab the mic and listen like an 8-year-old? Because people like to listen. And you're here. What do you think of the coffee?
It's delicious. I like the blueberry sunrise.
I love the blueberry sunrise as well. If you want to buy some coffee, use the code BS at ourcitycoffee.com and get 15% off today. Lucky for you, though, coffee's always free.
Yeah.
Are we going to have this baby anytime soon? What do you think? Today is August 27th. How long do you think? You think a week?
I think it's going to be the 6th, 7th, or 8th, or 9th. Leave some comments in the comment section if you want us to start a new parents podcast.
What are we going to talk about? What do we know about being a parent?
Nothing. But we'll talk about.
I've been trying to get. I've brought this up to Liv. That's why she's saying it. I don't know if she'd actually do it. Would you actually do it?
I mean, I'm not going to be as good as you at podcasting.
Not that
I'll
great.
Try.
Just talk. Just talk. There happens to be a microphone here. And she just broke.
See? I'm a rookie.
The arm for the podcast thing. On today's show, Liv, that you just missed. You just walked in the house after. We've got Julius White. What did we talk about?
Business and BS.
We did. We talked about his experiences playing college football at Rice, like Timmy and I both were college football players. We talked about how he just moved out here with nothing really, no job, no gig, started his own business. We talk a lot about social and content creation and how to do that, how to build client bases in any business. The conversation was so good, the podcast, I don't know how long it was, 45 minutes or an hour. And then we talked for an hour and a half after the podcast. We sat here on the couch, just turned everything off and kept talking. It's a great combo. And I can't wait for you to hear it, Liv. And we hope you enjoy. Goodbye. All the way from Houston, Texas, flew in just for the podcast, Julius White.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make it sound big time flying people in?
We should say where everyone's from, because everyone we do is like not from LA anyways.
Yeah, well, nobody's from LA.
I know, but it sounds cooler. Like,
yeah.
From Houston, Texas, yeah.
It does sound cool.
Yeah.
We'll make that a continuous thing.
Definitely.
Welcome
I appreciate you.
My living room, yeah.
Appreciate you having me.
We, what is this? 3 years ago, I probably reached out. So we did a project with USA Today.
Yeah.
We did some shit. That's how we met you.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the hell. I was thinking about that the other day when we were talking about doing the podcast. How I found you, or you found us, or what?
I'm not sure. I think
because you were working at Equinox or something, right?
I was at Westwood.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure.
Was Schwab there?
No.
Do you know Lauren Schwab?
Did you know Gunther or somebody like that?
No.
Or like,
Just
not
met
until
Gunther.
later. Yeah, we just met Gunther recently.
Okay.
A month or two ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure how.
Random.
We might have to go back.
I wonder if I just like looked at people on Instagram, like maybe you tagged yourself at Equinox, and I was trying to find trainers that looked like they'd be interesting.
Maybe. Yeah, at the time I was all Equinox. I loved it at the time. So you probably found me through there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In the fitness world, especially here in LA, is super tight.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of is intertwined within.
How do you know Gunther?
That's where I worked with him at Equinox.
Oh, he did? I didn't know he worked at Equinox.
He was there for I think 3 years.
Okay.
And then that's kind of how we met. So we kind of kept in touch. We had I given a client when I left Equinox. I gave him like one of my clients. So we were always cool. And,
yeah.
He's a cool dude. Some cash for that or what?
You got to flow cash.
Actually, no. I still kept training the client, but it just worked out for him. Like he could train there like during the week. And
okay. You on the weekends?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it worked out like that. But
it's this is like the 8th Equinox training we've had on, I guess. Third, really.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a first move for a lot of people out here is go be a trainer there.
Yeah, I think it's a good first step. Like I said, I learned a lot. I learned, kind of how to train.
Yeah.
Honestly, how to run a business. If it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't know. At least the foundation of what I know is how to even run a business, how to train, how to schedule, all those simple things.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good stomping ground. But you find out quick that like, all right, I can do more. Yeah, I can make more. I can do more. So,
but as you said, the business part of it is 95% of it. There's so many trainers that are similar and like, people that are shit trainers but make tons of money.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're gonna see that. And that's in any profession. You can see
yeah, definitely. Football coaching, everything.
You see that everywhere. So
you really do.
Yeah, it was just, and then you get the politics you know, to go into it. They're giving certain trainers clients here. You got to bust your butt to get, you know, one. So you learn the ropes pretty fast, but if you're hungry enough, you make it work. Yeah. You know, so.
That's interesting. No, I'm just interesting. Business-wise, I'm thinking, I'm jumping in here now. Right. So Equinox, I wonder if there's got to be some kind of business, because they breed a lot of these trainers, especially like here in LA. I don't know necessarily other cities. Yeah. They should have like the next step. Like, we want you to thrive in your own business or whatever. Maybe it's like a training program. Maybe it's kind of like they have an umbrella, like, don't come in Equinox, but these are our umbrella kind of stamp of approval type people. Yeah. They still can capitalize on people like yourself who have left and become successful, you know?
They don't have a certification program? Because think about that. If you're Equinox certified, that's essentially what you're looking at, right, Timmy?
Yeah.
Or and above, yeah. I mean, going beyond that, though, yeah.
I mean, they offer a lot of, like, in-house discounted, like, certifications. If you're doing, like, kettlebell certs and, like, stuff like that.
But it's not their own. But it's not their own, is it?
It's not their own, but they mask all the stuff that you don't like with education. So it's just that's why I was so blind to it. I was like, oh, I'm learning all this cool stuff. Yeah. And then I look at my paycheck, like, dang.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, you kind of
just made $25 for that, and they made $125.
Yeah, exactly. So you just kind of, you know, you learn the ropes as you go.
It's the game, though.
Yeah.
What brought you out here to LA? Because you're from Houston. You play. Where's Rice at?
Houston.
It is in Houston.
Is it?
I was in Texas.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh no. Rutgers.
Rutgers. There we go.
They call it the the Ivy League of the South. At least I like to call it.
Get out of here.
Makes me sound smart. But I went to school in Houston. And I kind of wanted to leave. Like, when I first started, I was like, I got to get out. You know, everybody. I want to get out, get away from parents, get away from family, friends. I want something new. And then it was kind of like, you know, I can get a good education. I can still play D1 football. Like, why not go here and, you know, thrive? And I can have all my family come. And then as I went through school, I was like, man, I think I really need to go. Like, I've been here. You know, I've been living in Houston like 22 years of my life. Like, I've always wanted to travel, and especially with playing sports. Like, you go to different cities. You see what every different city has to offer, and then it kind of opens your eyes up. Whereas if you're someone who stays at home all the time, you don't go anywhere. You don't really have that passion to go somewhere. So I always knew I wanted to go to a different city. And then, you know, as time went, I was like, all right, maybe I want somewhere with water. Like, Houston has water, but it's not good water, but it's whatever. I want somewhere warm. You know, I need the climate to be warm, and somewhere where I can grow. Those are my, you know, standards as far as finding a new place to live. So California was just one of those places on my radar.
Had you been out here before? Visited?
I took a visit at the time. My ex-girlfriend moved here for acting.
Okay.
And I visited for the first time. I was like, man, I love it. It's January and it's 65.
Crazy, right?
It's crazy. I mean, granted, in Texas it doesn't get cold either, but it was just the climate was just different. It wasn't humid. It was nice. I could see myself. You know, you just put yourself in that environment. And I was like, all right, I think this is it. I came a second time. I was like, all right. Went back home, grabbed all my stuff, booked a one-way.
Out.
I was out.
Yep.
Never looked back. So
that was how long after college?
That was literally right after, because I did pro day.
Okay. Pro day at your school at Rice.
Yeah. And I got an invite to Bill's rookie camp.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I did that. Didn't really go as planned. Again, you get all those things. I thought I was better than some people there, but you know, it's whatever.
Yep.
That didn't end up working out, and I was like, man. And I had my agent. I came out here also to have a place to stay active, because I was still actively trying to play.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I want to go somewhere. I need a gym. I need to work out. I need some, I need all the resources that I can have in order to keep the dream alive. But then at the same time, I was also like, all right, what if this doesn't happen? You know, I spent my whole life like, I want to go to the league. I want to go to the league.
Yep.
And as soon as that's over, it's like, now what? What do you do?
Yep.
So I knew as soon as that was over, I have to find some type of purpose. Like,
Did you when you did make the NFL, were you trying to go CFL or Arena or any of that?
No, it was a pride thing. Like, I was just like I love football.
Bust.
Yeah, I love football, but it's like when you're a kid and all you dream about is NFL. It's like anything less than that. It's just like,
I get that. Yeah, but at some point you knew NFL wasn't realistic, and then you just said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Part of it too was like I dealt with like a lot of injuries. Like, even going into that rookie camp, I was banged up.
That sucks.
you know, so I wasn't even 100% then. So it was just that kind of went into the decision, like health. You see that a lot now with a lot of players now. They're looking at their health and value and stuff. So once I was like, man, I'm kind of beat up. I was beat up. I came into college with a torn MCL. Like,
did you know it?
Damn.
I didn't, because I never had something severe like that.
Okay.
But I was in an all-star, high school all-star game. Yeah. And I made a cut, snapped my MCL, swollen. Damn. Went into college. I was like, dang, they might pull my scholarship. I don't know what's going to happen.
Sure. Yeah.
First day, got a physical at Rice. They're like, oh, yeah, man, your stuff's blown out. Well, you're probably going to be out.
So you redshirt?
You redshirt, yeah.
That was the thing. I was like, I didn't come to, like, I could have went to, I had a few, like, SEC offers. I could have went to a big school.
Really?
And I was like, I'm not here to redshirt. Like, I don't want a redshirt. I want to, like.
So you played?
I played.
You dumbass. So, like, that's such dumbass 18-year-old
like,
dude mentality.
Well, I'm sure in, like, Texas high school, that's been drilled in you for the last 4 years.
Man, you just want to play. You just want to, you know, the thought of just sitting out just didn't make sense to me.
We'd have done the same damn thing.
Yeah. So I ended up, I got surgery in June, and then I ended up playing by like the 4th game of the season. Had a big chunky knee brace like this. So
played what?
It was mostly special teams.
Oh, okay.
At first, and then toward the end of the season, I got some reps at safety. So I went in. It was more so I came in as an athlete, but I was like, put me wherever. I just want to play. I don't care. At first, I was like, I just want to play offense. You know, play receiver.
Give me the rock,
coach.
Give
me the rock. But then at the time, I was just like, man, I just want to play. I just want to get on the field. So, so I battled with that injury, had surgery. It was minor. I ended up coming back in like 5 months. And then I had another knee. I was compensating.
The other one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
MCL and meniscus. Blew that one out. So
during play or practice? Or
actually, it was practice. And like it was crazy. I remember walking to practice, and it was non-contact. And I think I did it before, and I was walking to practice. I stepped off a curb, and I felt something pop in my knee, like just walking to practice. Sucks. And then it felt fine. I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. And then probably 4th period in practice, boom, gone. So right back to surgery.
Sucks.
Yeah. So it was just like I had never felt like I was healthy.
Yeah.
I never felt what it felt like to be 100%. And then once I moved here, and I got some time off, I was like, dang, I feel good. And I was battling, like, do I go try to, go back, or do I just like call it?
Yeah.
And once I moved here, and I kind of start finding little passions here and there, I was like, all right, that's it.
What got you into training?
That was it. Like,
just like, this is all I know.
Yeah. It's just like, it's mostly because I wanted to stay in shape.
Yeah.
To play. So I was like, all right, I need a gym. So I ended up like, that was another dumb decision. I moved to the Valley. That's where my ex-girlfriend at the time lived.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving in with her.
It's cheaper there.
Yeah, it's cheap. It was cool. And I needed this place to work. So I would work out at this LA Fitness. And then I was like, you know what, let me just get a job here just so I could just come in for free, could work out, maybe train some people just for fun. Yeah. End up getting my CPT. And I just started training. I was there for all of 3 weeks. It was hilarious. I was like, man, I can't do it.
Just sucked or what?
Yeah. I mean, it was cool, but it was just like LA Fitness. You get like $15 a session. It's crazy.
Yeah. They don't pay shit.
I was like, how am I supposed to live here?
Yeah.
So that's when I started reaching out and found Equinox. And sure enough, that's kind of how it all started. I was like, and that's how I sort of developed a passion for training, because I saw how, I got to a point where I was healthy, and then I was actually making some progress with myself. I was, my shoulders, my last injury was a shoulder injury coming out of college. So I got that back strong. So I started feeling good. Yeah. Then I saw how I progressed myself. So I was like, man, maybe I can kind of do this for other people. And then at first I was like, oh, I want to train athletes. Like,
that's what I was going to say. Why not athletes? Because so when we both have trained people before, when I started training, I was training high school athletes.
Nice.
Was my jam. Yeah. And that was fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
But then it was also like, all right, I'm working with this. At one point, there was 2 kids who I was doing for free because they didn't have money, and it was like, fucked up situations for them. Yeah. And then it's like, I would do this group thing on Saturday school. Yeah. I came across that recently. Like with a Twitter handle that we had. Yeah. And it was like group sessions, and I was lucky. I made $150 for 3 hours of work. Yeah. Which was good. Good money at the time. But like a lot of times I would make $20. Yeah. Because I'd pay out the other coaches and yada yada. Exactly. But at some point it was like, all right, I'm not working with high school athletes. There's no money in this. Long term, let me work with his mom, or,
exactly.
her cousin, or stuff like that.
That's what it boiled down to. It was just like, because training athletes is seasonal, so that's one thing you can't be consistent with that. It's not sustainable unless you're just training different type of athletes.
Sure.
Then you can have that stability. But and then it was like an ego thing too. Part me, and then like I didn't want to. I was so fresh out. Like that whole year, I didn't watch any NFL football. I was like
salty.
Yeah, because you come out and you see the guys that you train with, the guys you know.
I'm better than that dude.
Yeah, and better than this guy. I mean, it wasn't even that. It was just more so like, in order for me to progress towards something else, I had to kind of like get that out of my scope. You know what I mean? I couldn't look at that and want to do something else or have a passion for something else. So that whole year, I don't think I watched a football game until like the playoffs.
I was the exact same way.
Like I didn't watch.
I was in NFL, but in college, when I left college, so I quit like mid-season, and it was a redshirt sophomore, and I didn't play in a game I should have played in, and I was like, "Fuck this."
Well, here's the thing: you had I was at that game. You quit. You had bronchitis like that week or something, and then instead of putting you in when like you were supposed to playing, they put in a freshman above you or something, and you're like, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Melvin, who also got arrested for like a coke ring, like 2 months later.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But so I had played like 2 games before that, and I came in first play of the game, the first play I'm in. Again, I'm a backup, dude. I'm like the 5th corner.
Yeah.
I just want to come in first play of the game. I cause a fumble. We recover. I'm out, which it was great. I was hype as shit. I'm out the next series. So I'm like one play in and out.
Come on.
Had another series where I had I ended up outscoring the entire defense on how you do like a point system and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And I played like 3 series, and 1 series was 1 play. So I felt the momentum. Next week they were away, and I don't think I traveled for that game. And then the next week we played Eastern Michigan. We're up like 60-0 or something. We're beating the shit out of them. And didn't play, and I was like, fuck that. I just walked off the field. Instead of, we would go back this way and sing the fight song, and I just left.
Yeah.
And I never came back. I talked to one coach. Actually, do you know Vance Joseph?
Vance Joseph.
He just coached the Broncos, got fired last year. Now he's a D coordinator, I think, in Arizona.
Yeah, he's been moving.
He was my DB coach.
Got you. Wow.
We had ridiculous DB coaches.
Man.
I don't know how. But him, and then the Browns defensive coordinator right now, Steve Wilkes, was my DB coach.
He's at the Browns now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Who was Arizona's head coach last year.
Got you.
But anyways, I talked to him, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. And he kind of was like, I get it. It's kind of bullshit thing. But next season, I didn't watch a single game.
Yeah.
Didn't watch a single college game. I watched NFL. It was just different. I didn't it's not like I rooted against the guys that I was boys with, but I would watch and be like, this fucker's playing.
Yeah, I could beat. It's supposed to be me.
No question.
Yeah, so it was tough to.
That's it is, and it like that's like you. Same thing with me. It was like football was everything.
Yeah,
I knew I wasn't going to the league, but I knew that was my shit.
Yeah, because you have that kind of fine line between being a player and being a fan. It's like I'm still, as a player, you're still a fan of the sport.
Yeah.
But then once the player goes away, it's like I don't want to be a fan. Like I don't want to watch, especially guys I know that I'm playing with. Like, I wanted the same opportunity. But like I said, everybody's journey is different. And I looked at it as like, maybe that wasn't maybe that's not my path. Maybe I'm supposed to go somewhere else. So, I kind of.
Well, that's the attitude to have.
Yeah,
shit.
I had to.
I didn't have that.
I literally had to, because as soon as football was over, I was like, what do I do? It was kind of scary because I'm in LA now. I got to live.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. I got to make a living for myself. I put myself in this position. So like, what do I do now?
Figure it out.
And training, I never looked at first. Training was just something that I just wanted to do just to make ends meet for the time being. But as you start to, obviously you get clients and you meet cool people that help you meet other cool people. Like I said, I didn't know anybody here other than my ex-girlfriend at the time. I didn't know anybody here.
Damn.
So it was just, I started to meet friends and stuff like that. And then that's over time, the passion for it kind of accumulated just with those things. So
yeah.
So when you branched out from Equinox, how did you get your first clients? Were you taking people, kind of sliding them over? Or?
It wasn't even like I was trying to actively like take people. It was just like, it's like, when they train with you, they want
to stay with you. Yeah.
So it was just like, I never pressured any of my clients. Like, you come with me. It was just like, oh, okay. Well, where are you going? Are you still in the area? Like, cool. So it just worked out that a good number of them showed up with me. And then a lot of the other clients that I got was just from various places, whether it's referrals or, I've gotten clients from like Instagram, social media, stuff like that. So it's just, I learned LA was a good place to learn how to network. That's why I really learned how to just meet people and talk. And that's what's good about the football community. It's like you go to these camps, like in the off season, you meet a lot of different guys. Like you kind of naturally know how to network. Mm-hmm. So I kind of just took that skill here and, met a lot of cool people that kind of put me in a position to, be where I'm at now.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit here too.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of great mindsets and creativity and shit like that.
Yeah, for sure. And as you go along, you start to see right through it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't nothing that kind of held me back. So
yeah. So you've been training for how many years? How old are you?
26.
Oh, just a baby. Youngin.
Yeah.
So 4 years.
4 years. I've been here 4 years in June.
Wow.
4 years.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was 4 years in April 10th or something. Yeah, April 10th. So we're just about the same. We've been here, and I was training too when I came out here.
Yep. So it's a good. I think for a lot of people, it's either they train and they love it and they do it for a while, or it's just kind of something to supplement what they really want to do.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to, like, if you're good at it, why not? Like, if you got to make ends, if you got to pay the bills, do it.
Yeah.
It's like,
especially people who have like athletic backgrounds, it becomes second nature.
Yeah, exactly. So
it was weird though, adjusting to, like, overweight woman I worked with, like she was like the third person I had, and I'm used to working with like dudes like us, like let's fucking go, like let's rock, and you're like, oh okay, like this is different.
You're yelling at her, get out of the ground.
Yeah, like all right, I need to chill out. Like 10 squats isn't that easy, I guess.
Dude, my first client at Equinox was a 16-year-old kid, and he was doing it for PE credit.
Stop.
So I was just like, oh, what? And then he had like a foot condition to where he couldn't.
No. Did he really have a foot condition?
Yeah. He was like, he had to get like surgery on it and stuff. So I had to kind of like help him do some post rehab stuff. It was weird. So I was like, man, that's when I started like, do I really want to do this? But then the kid ended up being cool, and I just like reconnected with him recently, and we just started training. So it's just like, like I said, the people kind of made,
no doubt,
kind of helped me develop that passion for it.
That overweight girl I talked about, I did not like working with her. And she was just like, she was so not good energy. Like, I don't want to be here. This hurts too much. And like, like the type of people that just our energy sucks. Yeah. By the end, she was my favorite person.
Oh man.
Because she was great and she was cool. And we're talking about podcasts we listen to, and I know what goes on in her life. She knows what's going on with me.
Oh, you know everything.
Yeah, I mean, you spend an hour with one person 3 times a week. You're gonna,
my boyfriend this, my girlfriend that.
Oh, man, I hear a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, you'd be surprised.
Oh yeah,
I'm like me and my girlfriend talk about this all the time. We're like therapists.
Yep.
Half the time they don't even want to come in and work out. They just want to talk.
Yep.
Hop on the elliptical and talk.
Exactly. Because at first, I just wanted to train, and I was like, why people come to me with their problems? Like, I don't even know you like that. Like, it's weird. Yeah. But then you start to see like it's more to this training stuff than just telling them what to do. Like they come to you. They probably don't spend an hour with a lot of close people in their life on a daily basis. So it's like, all right, well she can come back to me from week to week and spend an hour with me and want to talk to me then. And
spend money to be there with you.
Exactly.
And that's the stickiness of it too, is like, that's how you get your referrals. That's how they stay with you, because they know you. You're almost like a friend at that point.
Exactly. So that's why I learned it's just, you gotta, that's why I came to a point where I just started to be picky about who I train now, because it's certain people that, I want to actually help, and I want to see them grow, and there's certain people that want to train for different reasons, and I kind of have to like weed out what it is that I want in a person. It's like you're interviewing them, because I got to spend an hour with you got to spend an hour with me.
Yep.
So it's the same way, and then it's like, especially when your time is limited, you want to make sure you maximize the time, regardless if I'm getting paid or not. I still want to make sure, like, all right, I put in a lot of work toward making sure you get from point A to point B. So like, it's a learning curve, but I've had to fire a few clients. Shoot, I've been fired a few times.
Yeah.
So it's just like you learn over time. And, it's cool.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of cool people.
What about now you're doing online stuff, the One Body LA? And
yeah.
Like what made you want to do, I mean, obviously scalability and like the obvious stuff.
Yeah.
what made you want to do it, and then like how different is that? How hard is that? And how are you changing messaging and stuff you're doing on social for that?
Yeah. So we got in, I think it was in November of 2017, we decided to break away. But my plan.
You and Toya?
Me and Toya.
Your girl?
Yeah, I had to convince her, man. She was scared.
Was she at Equinox?
We met
okay.
at Equinox.
Okay.
Yeah, we were good friends beforehand. And I knew I wanted to leave Equinox like 9 months before. Like I was kind of clocked out. I was checked out. It got to a point where I wasn't even working out and stuff. I was just and then I knew when it got to that point, I was like, all right, I need to find a way to
Next
at least
steps.
either, find something outside of Equinox and do. I was working at Nike part-time. A lot of people know this. I worked at Nike part-time just to granted, I wasn't making money. I was just trying to, get the discount and stuff.
Yeah.
I spent.
Wait, do you know Chelsea Badu?
Yeah.
Maybe that's how we connected.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just triggered it because she used to work there.
Yeah, I worked.
Oh, I didn't know she worked there.
Yeah. I bet you that. Anyway,
Maybe.
go ahead.
Yeah. So for 9 months before I quit, dude, I was making a website. I was, my dad gave me one of his.
For this One Body.
Yeah,
was it called One Body LA?
Honestly, I didn't have a name. I was just like, I just kind of, like I said, I took that Equinox mold and I kind of saw those, holes where I just felt like they didn't really capitalize on, and then tried to.
What holes? Where?
I think it was more so like the being like personable. Like I feel like when Equinox is very luxury and it's like wow, but I don't feel like it's not a family, it's not a community thing.
It's a machine.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what I wanted to portray with my own business. Like I want, and then we just talked about like, having clients and being able to talk to them and they come to us, for more than just training. I want it to be more personal. I want it to be a place where everybody feels welcome. Like if I were to have a gym, when you walk in, you're going to be greeted. I could be training my client. I'm going to greet you at the door or wave, say something, I want people to feel.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Exactly. That's why I feel like it was missing. It was just like, I didn't feel, everybody comes in as just a number, so I just wanted to make some sort of, I wanted our business to stand for, this is one body. It's like all encompassing. Like we care about you. Want to make sure you have the best tools to succeed, whether you get there or not, it's more up to you than us, but we're going to we want to make sure that we put you in position to do it.
Sure.
So like I said, I was making a website. My dad gave me one of his old hand-me-down cameras. I was like, let me figure out how this thing works. Yeah. And I was like, I want to be able to market myself, because I started asking people like, how much would you charge if I did like a shoot? And, everybody's trying to make their money. So I was like, oh yeah, 400, 500. I was like, man, I don't have that. Yeah. So, I'm just the type of guy, if I can't pay for it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I learned, I'm on YouTube every night. I got a 6 a.m. client in the morning, 9 to 1 a.m. I'm learning, learn and apply. And then it got to a point, November comes around. I got the website. I got the LLC logo. I made the logo on Photoshop.
You did all that shit.
You did design yourself?
All this stuff.
Have you done that before, or you just figured it out?
YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Teach you everything you know.
Yeah.
You can learn anything.
YouTube
you. And all that stuff up. And it was in November 4th, I think we put out 2 weeks in.
Last year?
2017.
17.
So it's
That's
been
right,
almost 2 years. And never looked back. And I had to convince my girlfriend. She was scared, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
It's a lot, it's a lot of risks, obviously, especially you talking about insurance, being able to provide all these little expenses that were covered from a company like that. You have to kind of make it work on your own. But I was like, look, we have XYZ clients, that are coming with us. We'll be fine in the meantime until we can really start this stuff rolling. Yeah. And then that's how it kind of came about. So now it's to a point where, we're doing all marketing. We're doing like a lot of content and social media stuff.
And it's good shit. That's why.
That's
probably why we're talking now. Because I see it's good shit, and I'll comment on your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and we kind of keep in touch. Yeah. So, it's worked out so far, man. It's like all that work that I put, just kind of slaving late night and trying to learn the stuff, kind of helped me build it. And now I can mold it how I see where I think certain things fit.
Sure.
So yeah.
Did you hit the ground running in 17, or did you quit, have your clients, and then 6 months later launch the online type stuff?
No, we launched it. We just said, look, let's do it. Let's just make it work. So we had like a few online clients. It was slow at first, of course. Yeah. People like, certain people say, oh yeah, that's dope. And then certain people like, oh, this guy's going to crumble. You know, you have your
Yeah.
But you know, it was kind of, we had our clients, we had a base to where then you're talking getting paid by Equinox versus now you're getting 100%.
Right.
Yeah. Or versus wherever you paying a rent at a gym or something.
Yeah.
So it's like it worked. Financially it worked. Mm-hmm. Then it was just after that, the New Year's about how do we sustain it? How do we scale it? How do we make sure that we're growing? I don't just want to be here. Like I want to make this grow, whether it's through our leads that we're coming in, or how we're marketing. I want to make sure we're climbing.
Yeah.
And then that's where it got tricky.
Sure.
With stuff like that, but like with anything.
How are you different than other people? Like, what do you try to do differently? I know you said you like fill in the holes with like an Equinox type thing, but as far as like a training, conceptually, like, is there different stuff in there?
I think more so with how much we put into each client. Because I felt when I was at Equinox, it was all about numbers. And the more numbers you have, the less opportunity you have to be, like I said, personable. You can't really give them 100% of you. Yeah. So I think what we do differently is like we like give them, like I text my clients. Like I make sure, like it's just not when I see you, when I see you. Yeah. Like I text them, like I'll text one of my clients, put those chips down just randomly. Yeah. You know, she's like, how you know? You know, it's just little things like that it doesn't require energy, doesn't require money, but that's what keeps, you know, you get that retention. You get people that love you, and then they refer their friends, and then they tell people, and they post stuff. So I think a lot of people miss the fact that, you know, it's not just what everybody can see. It's the little things that you do that kind of makes a big difference. You know, we do stuff with our clients. We're like friends with our clients.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know, it's just like we want to create a community. We don't have like we don't have a gym. We don't have like a place where we can call ours, but when people like say, who do we train with? They say One Body. And that's like the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? Because they, you know, they want to be a part of it. Yeah. So that's one thing. And then another thing is like on the other side of it is like marketing. It's like, how do we stand out? That's what's all. It's so much, the social media is so saturated with just a lot of different stuff. And it's honestly kind of the same stuff.
I was going to say a lot of different, the same shit.
It's kind of the same stuff. And for us, it's just like, how do we just kind of separate ourselves? Yeah. You know, and my girlfriend, we talked about, you know, we kind of slacked on our social media, but we were talking about like, how do we grow our social media? Our content, we have quality. That's what I told her. We have the quality, but we need the consistency. So at first it was like, oh yeah, we just post workouts. But then it's like, that's not sustainable. You know what I mean? Like you can't post a workout three times a week. You're going to run out of stuff. It's only so much you can do. Yeah. And then it's like, one size doesn't fit all. Maybe this workout doesn't work for everybody. Yeah. And then it's like, I don't want to be known as a page just for workouts. Yeah. Because I've seen cases where, you know, you have this girl who posts her little, you know, her booty workouts. Yeah. And then the moment she posts like her family, she gets like 4 likes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of sucks. It's like, dang, like I'm giving you. So it's like they don't even care about you. It's just care about what content you're bringing. So like, we're more so in the mix of like, how do we make them care about who we are as people and provide them with good content? That's sustainability for us. And that's kind of how you grow, we feel like. So a lot of our content is different, whether it's motivational. I mean, you've seen it. It's just a lot of different stuff that we trying to, and we kind of test it, see what works, see what doesn't. Sure. It's trial and error, but you know,
how often are you putting out? I know you're starting to do the YouTube more. And
we just started YouTube, and we're using that kind of as our foundation for a lot of our content, because when you're shooting YouTube, the reason I wanted to do it is because you can put more out. You don't have that minute. Granted, you have IGTV, but like I feel like that's still kind of growing a little bit. It's different. I don't think.
So we did a video for Air Asia with Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. And they flew out a guy from Philippines. Philippines.
A referee, boxing referee.
I got my phone just in case my girl had to so I'm still like on the ship. And so, a boxing referee, and he got to meet like his idol, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. So they did it on IGTV, but they didn't have the link, like the preview, preview on the regular, and only got like 1,000 views or something, and they have hundreds of thousands of people, because it's just, I mean, like you'd have to go into their IGTV.
Yeah,
nobody
does.
So hard
see it. Nobody does. Yeah, so it's kind of like weird how Instagram's done that. Yeah, I like the thought of a longer form content place, but
it's not as seamless. It's not.
But all it takes for them is just shift this up, just like they did with stories, and then bam.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. That's up to them. I guess they'll figure it out at some point. But with the YouTube, it's like it's a lot longer content. So like some of the videos we post are like 7 to 8 minutes, but I can create what I call like micro content from that content. So if we shoot a workout, I can make that workout, or I can make, that video into 3 different pieces of content. You know what I mean? So it kind of, it's a little bit more efficient, I think. And it helps me be more consistent with the YouTube stuff. Obviously you want to be consistent with, but also social media, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. So we're just starting to get rolling with that. But now we're at a point where like, all right, we know how we want to separate this content to where it's consistent. That's the only thing that's missing. We feel like is missing is consistency from us.
Yeah.
We feel like we always have the quality. It's just, how can we just...
That's anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or you start something, you're hype on it. Like, started a YouTube, we did this one video, and then it's like, oh, we only got 50 views on it. Like, why are we doing this for 50 views?
Yeah,
shit like that.
I remember that you ever watch Casey Neistat?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So remember he had that one dude from like South Africa was like helping him out for a while.
Brew, he's big. Yeah, Brew.
Yeah,
I don't know his actual name. He's Brew.
So this dude had, and his like thing was like he wanted to basically do what Casey was doing.
Yeah,
and he built it up, and like Casey was like, he's gonna create his first video. So he had, I don't know, call it 1 million people watched his first video. And he had nothing for. When I looked, it was like, I don't know, 2 months later, and he put nothing behind it or something.
What?
He just lost. Videos? Yeah, like lost all the subscribers, lost all the momentum, because there was no consistency there. But like he had the best build up ever, and then nothing.
Yeah, consistency will, it'll make or break whatever you're trying to do. So.
Speaking of stuff like that, this is kind of off topic, and I hope she's not listening. But I know a girl who she was working with a famous female, and was doing a challenge, a 7-day challenge or something like that. And they got like 20,000 people to sign up.
What?
Like something crazy. It might be 15, but like
still
a ton to sign up for this free thing, and then had nothing on the back end. Challenge over, done. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't have anything like
follow up? Like,
actually I think I might have lied. I think it might have been like $10 or something they made. Like per multiply that, there's 100, 200K. Split 50-50. She did all the work. She was like the knowledge behind it, and the other girl was basically the face of it. And
that was it.
Nothing.
Damn.
I saw she just came out with something this week. And this was probably, no, I know exactly when it was. This was 14 months ago they came out with that.
Wow.
And had nothing. And you had these people hot on it, loved it, like, I'm in on your thing, and then nothing to continue to sell or program or something.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
You just sell those or something.
Well, but
sell them off to someone who'll do something.
Yeah.
You got all that information and data.
Why not?
Well,
depends how it works.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure minimal business savvy.
Yeah.
I don't know. So the girl was like on The Bachelor or something like that, the famous girl.
Gotcha.
So she had a big following, but I don't know what business wise, if she knew anything at all. And the trainer girl I knew, young, probably just didn't know much different.
Yeah.
Grew up in Santa Monica. Yeah. Whatever that means. But like probably like maybe the money was just like, oh cool.
Yeah.
A couple extra bucks.
Yeah. Quick buck.
Maybe didn't need the money. Yeah. Like doesn't, I don't know. But I thought that was wild.
Wow.
You have those people on the horn and you just let them fucking ride.
That's crazy.
I hope I don't cut this part up. I shouldn't cut it up.
I don't even know who you're talking about though.
You don't know her.
No.
You don't know her, but I know
her. So.
Gotcha.
Wow. That's crazy.
What do you think as far as like, so now you're on your own, what do you think are biggest mistakes or biggest decisions you've made in a positive way that have helped?
Oh, that's a good question.
You or Toya and together? Or?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest mistakes, and if we're just talking strictly business, is not setting a cap at our value. I think my girlfriend, she kind of ran into that issue early on, but she was so, telling somebody you charge XYZ dollars at Equinox is different than telling someone with your own business.
Yeah.
Grant, you would think like you have more control, you'll feel more confident in saying it, but you have a huge company behind you and you can say it. Yeah. They got your back. Yeah. Whereas if you're on your own, it's kind of like intimidating. It's like, okay, especially if you don't know me, like, all right, why are you this much compared to, I can go, at the time it's like I can go get an Equinox trainer for this much. You know what I mean? So I think the problem at the very beginning is setting a standard as to what is our face value. And then I think we set that too low.
Yeah.
And then once you set it, you can't just be like, oh, never mind.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Did the same thing.
Yeah. So I think we've gotten better at just like setting a certain value and just sticking to it and let our work show for it. And if we want to increase it, we can increase it because, you know, we feel like our work is going to continue to climb and it'll continue to be more valuable. Mm-hmm. And I think we just started that just a little too low. And I think it was just intimidating at first.
Sure.
Because you're talking about, you know, a lot of the clients we train, they're all scopes of practice. They're executives and, you know, so you can't BS a business person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to really come confident with what you want to charge or how you plan to, carry your business. So I think that was one of the things early on that I think we messed up with. And then 2, I think we got like too money hungry. Because when you get money hungry, all you think about is training, and then you miss where you grow. Like you just compare everything to money, and then once the money's, there, it's like, how did I grow? Like 2018, I feel like I posted on Instagram. I think I looked at like 26 times.
Wow.
Like the whole year.
Damn.
Like every other week.
Yeah. And I was like, dang, that's not enough to grow.
Yeah.
Because I think it was also too, I wasn't getting a lot of new clients. I getting a ton of retention, obviously, to be able to sustain it, but I wasn't like growing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we hit this peak and we flatlined for like 2018. And then also the second mistake is we didn't take vacations. Like I said, that was another thing. When you're money hungry, you don't take breaks. We just kept going. And then October came around, I was burnt out. I was like, man, I'm tired. You're training eight hours a day. You're meeting with 8 different people a day. That's draining.
Yep. Probably 6 days a week or something.
So we didn't take any vacations, and it got to a point where I didn't feel like working out because I didn't want to be in a gym. I didn't want to be in that setting anymore. I was running more. I was doing just doing different stuff to get out of the gym. And then I was like, man, we need to really sit down and say, look, money isn't everything. We can,
but that can be tough too.
Yeah, depending on where your situation is.
Right. When we would, when I was training, Tim would train too. I remember times when my mom would want me to come back for 6 days for the holidays, and I'd be like, Mom, if I lose those 2 days, I might lose. That could be like $300.
Oh yeah,
that's everything to me. Like $300 is a ton of money.
That's a lot of money.
And this was back in Charlotte. I wasn't, even charge. I'm sure you charge, way higher than what I was able to charge back there. Mm-hmm. But it was that's a lot. That's a ton of money. I can't not do that.
Exactly.
I have to come back. I know I'd love to stay here forever, but so I don't know if you were in that situation where it's you take a week off. That's not only are you, if you go on a vacation, you're spending a couple thousand to go on vacation, then you're losing a couple thousand. You double that and you're fucked. Yeah.
And then it took us actually taking we didn't even go anywhere special. I think where did we go? I could have just went home and just got a break from it. And I came back. And I was like, wow, I'm charged up. I want to get after it again. So now we make it a point to every quarter we'll take, whether it's a weekend or a week off, we just take that time, we recharge and reboot.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Because, it's good to be money hungry and, you want to get it, especially if you need it and you're trying to make ends meet. But at the same time, it's you lose time to be able to progress, to grow. Right, you can be money hungry, but then you're still here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whereas if you just maybe sacrifice 2 clients to focus on social media or marketing or emails or whatever the case may be, and that could get you more than what you're currently just grinding for every time. So that's a big mistake I think we made early on. Is just money isn't everything. Money, time is everything. Money, it'll come as you put value in other things. So that was
quality
huge.
of it.
Yeah, it was quality over quantity. And this year, of course, we capitalized on all that. Granted, we had a spot. We're better off than we were 2 years ago. It was rough at first.
Where's that spot in Santa Monica?
We have a few spots we train out. It's one in Brentwood. It's like Equinox Part 2, and then there's another spot in Santa Monica I train out of. So I try to keep
what's the guy's name? Is it the one guy that owns the gym? I feel like he's a former football player too. No.
No.
Did you used to train there?
No. Like
Davey trains there.
Oh yeah, that's where we were training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he? I forget.
Yeah.
Long hair. Or am I trying to make this dude feel like AJ Hawk? It's not AJ Hawk.
The owner. He's talking about the owner.
Yeah.
No, I mean maybe he did have long hair. This is an older guy.
Oh, that's not the guy. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, we keep everything on the west side.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy to commute.
Definitely.
You can't.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
Oh,
kill yourself here.
I tried to listen. That was another mistake.
Yeah.
Is we were doing like home visits, so we were going to people's houses, and granted, you can charge a premium, but then you start to realize that 45 minutes of traffic, that's X amount of dollars that you're losing, you know. So it was just finding that balance to where money isn't everything, you know, be more efficient with your time. Make sure that if you're spending time doing something, you're getting the most out of that, that time. So now it's at a point where like we're maybe training on average, maybe 5 to 6 clients a day. And that's enough to where I can give them 100% of me. I don't feel like I'm, you know, dragging through. I can, you know, be personable. Everybody loves and they have fun, they enjoy it. And I can still have that time to go do other things to help me grow. Because like I said, we set that standard now to where I know what I'm getting paid for the day. You know, I know what money I'm bringing in. So then now I can like spend this amount of time growing and trying to progress.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, I think those were our pitfalls as far as like what we did early on that I wish we could have just like it's experience you learn.
Yep, of course.
Totally.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Timmy, anything else?
No.
We got to get the hell out of here.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. Well, we appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Good shit. Glad we could connect again.
I know. Finally, we got to stay in touch though, man.
Yeah. Our City Coffee collab coming soon.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. We're gonna put some.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. We'll do that after here.
Okay.
Julius White, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.